So I'm going to put a small amount of money into a stable farm. It's going to use leverage, and it's to test whether the APY that some of these farms suggest are actually real, what the sort of movement's like. I'm going to enter the money today, and I'm probably going to review it in about a week's time. I'm probably logging daily just to see what the price action's like, but review in a week's time and just see what kind of return. Only expecting maybe a couple of dollars, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to start with Alpaca Finance. I've done a lot of research on these behind the scenes. They've had up-teen audits, well north of 10 audits, quite a lot of total value locked, nice healthy circulating supply, and the team behind Alpaca Finance seem to really know the stuff. It's on the Binance Smart Chain, which isn't my preferred chain, but let's go with it because we do have funds on there. So we'll go to alpacafinance.org. We'll launch the app. Take us to a nice clean interface. You can see the total value locked there, they're up at 1.6 billion, which is sort of phenomenal. So what we need to do is we need to go over to the farms. We need to connect our wallet, MetaMask. And what we can do from this point is we can go down and have a look at stable pools. You can see there are quite a lot of stable pools in here. APY is well north of 20 for a lot of them, but you can see the way that it manages to do that is by using leverage. So what we can do is we can quit Telegram first so we stop getting them alerts off Mr. Ricardo. We can use leverage, which when doing that against pairs with different price action can be risky and you can get considerable impermanent loss, particularly at high leverage amounts. You can see this one here is up at 6 times leverage. But if we identify this one down here using the Terra stable, the Luna stable coin here, UST and BUSD, that's a 32% return. It's an APY using 4x leverage. So if we look to enter this farm, you can see I've got $500 ready for this little activity. We'll put a nice round 250 in of BUSD, and what Alpaca will do, it will automatically transfer funds, whereas normally in a farm you'd have to put an equal amount of UST and BUSD in. So normally I'd have to put 250 there in as well, but Alpaca, I believe, if I make that the full 500, should trade that assets over. You can change the leverage, which will obviously change what the return looks like, and on some of the other pairs you can actually, the borrowing asset can be via Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB, and you can see the warning here once you go above 2x leverage. But as this is a stable pair, and it is a risk, because if one of them does depeg, I'm going to suffer some considerable losses here. I'm going to see where this takes us. Now you can see how they work out the different lending criteria. You can see that there's Alpaca rewards built in this, which are nice. As and when they come along, I'm going to hit approve. I'm putting, as you can see in the $500, and then with the leverage I'm going to hold nearly $1,000 in BUSD and nearly $1,000 in UST, which is obviously 4 times my original $500 investment. So we'll click approve. That's going to cost me next to nothing on the Binance Smart Chain. The transaction's in process. I'm going to take a quick screen grab of that once that transaction's gone through, and then I can see exactly after that summary what that looks like in a week or so's time. And I'm sure if we left it in for a year, the APR would fluctuate quite a lot, but let's see where we are in just a week. Alright, thank you.